Garnett out there with Pekovic. Then there's Mr. Incredible, shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
Here's Garnett. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Offensive rebound. Oakley. Up and in on the layup. Oakley's got 5 now.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Passes it to Ryder. Garnett left side. Here's Marbury. The 3. Garnett dishes to Pekovic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Carter drives in. And he slams it one-handed.
And how about the roll reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Lowry kicks to Carter. Shot clock at 6. He dishes it to Valanciunas. Takes the 13-footer. Can't get it to go. 3-2 that time from Pekovic. Three-pointer, Wiggins, kept alive. Carroll with the 3. Can't hit. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And following this goal. Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Mark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistent. He wears his opponents down.
And talking about Lowry, going to the tournament, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness has been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in. And Toronto also making a switch. Chris Bosh is checked in for DeMar Carroll. And again, no good by Toronto. Timberwolves leading by 7. And Wiggins throws it down.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be. And for Lowry, he's been on fire the past couple of seasons. He's shown toughness, leadership, and the instinct to make winning plays on the court at both ends.
Valanciunas passes to Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Ryder. Pass to Levine. Here's Ryder. The 3. DeRozan with the rebound.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. Carter
for 3. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Garnett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Valanciunas. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Outside DeRozan. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Back to DeRozan. Fires for 3. Pekovic with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 5. Garnett the pass to Ryder. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Outside Lowry. Screen by Valanciunas. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pekovic.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
The Raptors making a switch here. Ross is checked in. And DeRozan. Here we go. Garnett with the block. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Wiggins. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it. Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
The first one falls. Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised them.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
DeRozan. Rebound, Minnesota.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling it.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Terrence Ross showed fantastic development in his 2nd season. But really took a step back last year. All of his shooting percentages were down. He exuded confidence, but still at times just could not buy a basket.
He's off on the 2nd.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Toronto calls timeout.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. 59 seconds left in the first half. And it's Lowry penetrating. No good from Bosch.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Mr. Incredible to pass to Walker. And that one's good. Walker's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Down low. Outside for Martin. And there's the pass to Mr. Incredible. It's stolen by DeRozan. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Back to DeRozan. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And we finished one half of basketball.
All right, targets.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
You know, and as effective as he was at slashing to the hoop in that first half, even better at finishing once he got there.
Guys, we saw some amazing dunks from him. I can't imagine he'll be able to top those in these last 2 quarters, but I'd love to see him try.
The second half just about to get going here.
How about Wiggins in this one? He has 14 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
So for Toronto right now, Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. Chris Bosh is out there with Oakley. And it's Carroll in at the 3 spot.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Minnesota shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
3-pointer, Martin. There's the bucket, good. Martin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Here's Bosh. Bosh can't get that one to fall.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Outside Lowry. Bosh, high post. All sorts of time. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Lowry's got his 2nd bucket of the night. What about Kyle Lowry on offense? The last 2 seasons, he's been absolutely dominant, Clark.
Yeah, he's developed enough as a point guard now to where he really knows how to direct and lead his team. He's not just a catalyst anymore. He's a leader, and that's the big difference I see with him. And his shot has become more refined.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. They had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far.
You know, in talking about Lowry, you see his shooting percentages didn't change much, but his output sure did. I mean, averaging 17 points and 7 assists a game the past 2 seasons. He also converted more threes. I mean, there's very little he can't do on the offensive end.
Here's Carter. Martin with the block. Cassell gets the bucket. Cassell's got 7 points in the game.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Stolen by Walker. Here's Martin. Carter with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Here's Towns. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 3-on-3. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Takes the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing.
You know, getting back to Lowry, I really admire his aggressiveness. On the break in the half-court set, doesn't really matter. He's really the guy who makes it happen for his team. And he's a potent straw stirring that drink.
Carter dishes to Oakley. No good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it's Martin missing.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Carter kicks to Lowry. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Lowry's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And the Raptors call time here. And the Raptors with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Charles Oakley. And it's DeRozan in for DeMarre Carroll. Raptors trailed by 5. Takes the 13-footer. A shot by Lowry, no good. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the field.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
For Toronto, they come in off the loss to Detroit. Feeds it to Valanciunas. Carter against Davis. Carter drives in. Can't get it to go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Some changes for Toronto. DeMarre Carroll's checked in for Bosh. And Gary Neal subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And Neal kicks to Valanciunas. DeRozan in the corner. They need this. And the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Toronto with the ball. Trailing by 10. And it's DeRozan missing. Here's Wiggins. Here's Levine. The shot no good. Nice D from DeRozan.
Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk